Hello, hello. Hi, Emma's here. And today I'm gonna talk about something quite difficult as well that you all been asking me, which is prices, right? So people are often ask me how much would cost to do something that I am doing, okay? Let's put that into numbers. And this is a very difficult question, and I'm afraid there's not really an answer because we're all different and everyone wants different things. And it really, really depends. Okay. First of all, I have to say it's a bit kind of depends on your mindset. Okay. And I'll give you an example. Okay. Let's look at Japan and let's look at Thailand. Okay. Let's look at both countries. Okay. One is extremely rich and expensive, Japan, and another is pretty cheap, um, really inexpensive. But it's about like your mindset. Because what happened was when I was in Japan, I was like, oh my God. And because I spent like roughly 2 months in Japan and I spent roughly 3 months in Thailand on and off. But while I was in Japan, I was worried because it is expensive. So my mindset was very like saving and, making sure that I'll get a good deal in a restaurant, did more couch surfing, looking at hotels. I would be very, very like, I'll end up like staying hostels and all. And it was actually great, to be fair. But it is interesting because like I write down how much money I take out of my card, my from the ATM, right? I'm not one of those people that actually count everything and take, write down every money they spend. I could never do that. I'll go crazy. I mean, I think it's incredible the people that can do it. I just couldn't. I mean, as far as I can go is at least point, like take note. Every time I take money out, it's like, oh, let me just took this money on this day. So I like to control myself. I like to know more or less what I'm doing. So it's interesting to go back and look at, for example, like Japan, where I was much more savvy, right? Because I was like, my mindset is like, oh God, this is expensive. Staying here a long time, just be careful. While in Thailand, my mindset is like, yeah, this is all cheap. Yeah, oh, another massage today. Yeah, sure, why not? Oh, this five-star hotel is so cheap. We should stay here. Like, yeah, well, of course. Like, look at that price. Yeah, let's stay here. Oh my God, like, oh, I would have like, oh, like a natural mango juice. Yeah, let's have one every 3 hours. Why not? It's cheap. Do you see what I'm talking about? And you might think it's completely mad, but I think no, actually, I spent more money in Thailand than I spent in Japan. I'm not even joking. Why? Mindset. My mindset was like, yeah, yeah, I'm gonna save. And I was very careful in Japan. While in Thailand, I was just like, this is amazing, this is cheap. I'm just gonna spend. It's cheap, right? Yeah. So it really, what my point is, it really depends what you're looking for. Okay. I personally know people. I personally actually met people that were doing like doing what I'm doing for like maybe not even a quarter of the money that I spend. I mean, people who always stay in hostels. I get to know these girls. They invest on a little pan, right? And they would always eat noodles, like those very cheap noodles they buy from the supermarket. They kind of buy and eat that every day. And I'm like, no, I cannot do that. I'm not 18 anymore. I'm not even interested in doing that. God, no. So it really depends what you're looking for because, any country will have the high end, quite expensive prices, and it will have like the very burger, like, oh God, I cannot talk today. But you can find really, really cheap accommodation, for example, really cheap food when you can find really expensive. So it really depends where you go and what do you want, what are you interested. But if you want to talk about like extremely cheap places, I still think Thailand is by far one of the cheapest for the quality you get. So you get like it's cheap but nice, like, I mean, I could tell you like some of my favorite places I said. There was this place in Koh Phangan. It was incredible. It was beautiful. I had my own a little bungalow on the swimming pool on the ocean. It was beautiful, and I was paying like $22 per night. You know, um, you could have like a very good, decent like meal for $2, $3, like decent meal, you know. So but then obviously, you know, there's other countries that is a different story. Like for example, Philippines. I actually found the Philippines quite expensive, especially for the quality. So it really depends. I think $50 a day is you can live like really nicely. But can you do it with $15 a day? You can. You absolutely can. But you're gonna be struggling a little bit, and you're gonna be staying in horrible places. And you're probably gonna eat noodles. So you know, I would say like from $15 a day to $50 a day, you can, you know, you can definitely survive in Asia. Um, well, yeah, I hope it helps. Like, did I help much? Did I? No, but it is. It's one of those things that, you know, I can make like a little bit of a graphic with some different prices but yeah, I mean, Asia is very cheap and it's very inexpensive, and you get some good quality. You know, like for example, the place I'm staying here, in Bali is pretty awesome and it's pretty cheap. This place in Europe would be easily easily 200 euros per day, easily. So depends. Okay, hope that helps. And if you have like some question more like more specific in terms of prices and stuff, if I can help, I'll be happy to. Bye.